Hi, everyone. Welcome to Clutch Entertainment today. And today I'll be talking about what makes a good leader and how to become a leader. There's a number of things that go into being a leader and going into a lot of the details of that. It's mostly like growing up myself. I was the oldest of 8 children. I kind of had to be the leader, and people always looked up to me. For a lot of my life, I've had to, look and find out things on my own because I've never had anybody to look out for me. And I think that's what's given me my abilities to communicate with people, my abilities to listen to people, and to overall, not be as much of a follower, but more of a leader myself. And I really take pride in being a leader and wanting to be there to, assist others and to show them the way. And being a leader is a very important thing for especially, people who, want to take their life to the next level and want to push themselves to be better and overall to improve your entire life, to be a leader. And it's a very important thing. And I would say it's very masculine to want to be a leader because men are usually the fathers and they're usually the leaders of the family, and they usually make all the decisions. So decision making is a big thing with being a leader. So I'll go into a few things, and we'll get right into it. So I would say the first thing is to be creative as a leader. So if you want to be a leader, I would say you want to be very creative in the way you approach things. You want to be positive with what you bring up or what you put together. You want to, promote what the message you're trying to portray, and then you want to take care of others. You want to, put them first, and with the creativity that you do, you're setting your own standards as a leader. You're not following what another leaders did. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from someone else if they have like a certain plan or something, just to review it. But I would say definitely being creative is probably the number one thing. Secondly, you want to put yourself and be a role model for others. Being a role model could be, being a very well liked person by being perseverance. With perseverance, like never giving up, being able to, communicate with others, being able to listen to what people have to say. I would say another big thing would be to always be positive, always to being honest with others, being involved in what people care about, being self-aware, being patient, and also being very vocal as what you want your direction to go when being a leader. This could be either in a workplace, it could be with a group of friends. If you're trying to achieve a common goal and you're the leader of the group or you're the one that's taking charge, you want to be able to, show what your intentions are and what you want to get accomplished. And being a role model for others shows people that how driven you are and how you want to be in that next step or in that next level. That kind of goes into the third point I have here is to be confident or passionate about what you want. You want to, always come out talking about the good things, talk about doing the best you can, talking about this is going to work. I'm telling you here, like if somebody's not like they're lacking trust in you, just to reassure them and to give them affirmation that this is going to be it and we got this. I would say as far as being positive too, with being like confident, you always want to look for the best in what you got to do. But if there's something that comes up or an issue, you want to be realistic with things, and you want to talk to your group of people or the others that you're working with, like even if it's at a job or something, that look, this isn't going to work out, or this isn't working well, so we need to change this and we need to put this back into where we need to go. And that kind of goes into my next point, is to be listening, attentive, and communicate. So a lot of times when there's a leader speaking, they'll give their spiel of what they're trying to say to people, and people listen and they want to respond in the appropriate manner. But when they receive that what the direction they're going, they still need to have some kind of feedback system. So when you listen and communicate with your, either whether it be coworkers, whether it be friends, you want to tell them what the intentions are, like I was saying before, and you want to also hear them out, because a lot of times the leader is always the overseer. So the leader will overlook what's going on, but they may not be completely in what the people under the leader are understanding. So for example, in a family, like say you're a parent and you want to tell your children, oh, we're going to go on this trip and it's going to be XYZ and this is the date, and what if your child or something says something like, oh, I can't go on that date because I got a school dance, or I got to go to, summer camp or something like that. You still want to be attentive to what they have to say and what their concerns are. Listening to your, the people you're leading is very important, and you need to communicate well with them in order to achieve your goal. If you always just direct people all the time as a leader and you never listen to what anybody says, that's going to, number one, kill your morale. So people who want to, be motivated and they want to do better, they're not going to want to work under you, or they're not going to want to do what you want to do. If you're just stubborn as a leader and you don't want to teach anybody anything, or you just want to just do it your way or the highway, that's not going to help very much. And that'll overall hurt your plan, to lead them and to get them to the spot where you want them to be. So I would definitely welcome the feedback and communicate and listen very well, because that way it'll get your voice out there as well as have their speaking voice out there, and that'll help the overall morale, like I was saying, and it'll help people to get to the next level that they want to be. So it kind of goes into my next thing, which is motivating others. So when you motivate others, you want to promote what you're trying to portray and what they can do to get to that next level. So for example, if you're a job coach, or you're somebody like a boss or something, and you want your coworkers or your people under you to reach a certain goal, you got to give them, number one, you got to give them the tools. And number two, you could say, hey, if you get a certain amount of, work done, you may get a bonus at the end of the, whatever they have, it could be a trimester bonus. It could be a quarterly bonus. It could be like a contest even. You could say, hey, whoever gets the most sales here can win this $50 gift card or something. You want people to be working towards a certain goal, because when they work towards a goal and they see something that they can get out of it, then they are more likely to work hard and to get that. Because if you take care of the people you lead, the people that you lead will take care of you in the end. And that goes with pretty much anything, like with a family, with a group, like a team sport, or it could be like an office job, like anything. Like if the office, manager doesn't take care of his workers, they're not going to be very productive, and they're not going to get their goals met for the company. If a father or mother doesn't, adhere to their child's needs in within reason, like if they say they hurt themselves or they get sick, and you don't take care of them because you think, oh, they don't need it, that's not being a good leader, or like a sports team, if you just say, oh, go out and play, and don't give any direction to how you want them to play, and you just say, hey, why aren't you playing my way, and they lose the game, it's all about finding that cohesion between being the leader and being the person who wants to, perform for the leader. And that goes back to like what I was saying about listening, communicating. To get to the end goal, you have to have cohesion between the leader and the people under the leader. And it goes into my next point, which is offering incentives. So like I was saying before, giving them like an end goal or something to motivate them gives them what they need, or the tools they need to, in their mind, man, I really want to do that. I really want to help out this company. I really want to, help out my dad or mom. I really want to, help this team. I want to, there's a lot of different things that go into with an incentive, because the way we are with human beings, we always like to have some kind of idea where we're going and what we're going to get at the end of the goal. So if we're just, blindly going through life in general, and we just think, oh, we're looking for leadership. We don't have any leadership. Say the U.S. president, okay, for example, says, I don't care about anybody. I'm just going to, run this country and get all the money I get. You think people are going to want to follow a leader like that? You think people are going to want to, invest in what the leader wants? That's just not, that's not how, a good way to promote your goals and to promote that, cohesion between one another. You need to have like an end goal. You need to have the incentive for others to go after. And that's a very important thing as far as being a leader, always listening and being there. It goes into my next point, which when you're a leader, you want to be able to have one-on-ones. So if you're being able to have one-on-ones with the people you're leading, then it's really a good way to hear each one of them out, kind of with the communication listening. You're able to, be able to give them feedback and also for them to give you feedback onto what they feel. Because sometimes when you're in a group setting and you're leading a group, not everybody always wants to speak up. So you always want to check on your users too. And you want to make sure that overall that you're, promoting others and you're giving others a chance to hear their voice. And that's a huge thing in being a leader. And that's how you take care of who you're overseeing. And then my last point I would say with being a leader is to change it up. You want to always have a fresh take at things. You want to always be looking at what kind of things are going to motivate this group of people. And if you always do the same thing over and over and over, that if it's working, then that's great. But there's always in your mind, you always like having a change. Once in a while, we don't like change, or actually all the time we don't like change, but it's good to change it up once in a while. It's good to go, okay, let's go ahead and change this up. Let's try something different for once. Let's make this the way that I think it should be, and if it doesn't work, you get the feedback and then you can go back to whatever else you want to go to. But overall, changing it up gives you a real chance to get like a fresh look at what you're trying to do, and it promotes you and gets you to the next spot where you want to be. So overall, those are a bunch of different things of becoming a leader and what you can do to, be the best leader that you can. And I would say the biggest thing is just listening and communicating with everyone. That's the biggest thing. And if you can just follow those different tips, you'd be a really good leader. And just always looking out for the people around you and to, take charge and to be outgoing. And that's basically the best thing to, be a leader. And then one more thing I want to cover is how to become a leader. I would say the best way to become a leader is to be a follower first, and then over time learn what other leaders have done. And then when you get the chance to be a leader in that position or either a job or family, read about it. Like read about what they did, what they did to be successful, and adapt your own strategy. So I would say that's the biggest way to become a leader if you want to be a leader. So thank you for watching Clutch Entertainment today. If you can like and subscribe, that would be great. I appreciate all my followers watching. And if you have any other comments or you want to say anything else in the comment section below, let me know. Thanks. Bye.